Uncle Mez.
And I'm Man Like Larry.
We've been chilling since nappies and baggies.
Different cultures, we learn from each other.
Had a few scraps, never turned on each other.
Been through a lot, I don't know where to start.
So grab yourselves a drink and come and have a laugh.
Come on.
Forget the bad man, let's go. You always on roll in this man. Let's go, man.
You're on that long one.
Taking long, man. Let's go.
Funny. Let's go, man. Yo, Man Like Larry here. Boom. Today episode is about what? My brother Uncle Mez, you know. This is gonna be a real toasty one, you get me? Because you know, like a lot of people might discriminate with certain things and what it is, but you see Uncle Mez, that man, this pattern is a whole different pattern. And obviously, yo man, my brother's gonna show you all going, man. We grew up since we were man in the trenches, man, from young. You understand? This fucking sandpit. So, Uncle Mez, man, it's your pattern, my brother. You get me? Come on, man. Like,
yes, people. Uncle Mez, you already know. Just a little episode with me today. We've done Man Like Larry's episode, so it's only right that, you know, we dive into me a little bit, man, because we've lived a very colourful life, and to be sat here right now and to even be doing what me and Man Like Larry are doing, a lot of you people that are watching, you lot already know. We already getting hit up on TikTok from people from school that we ain't seen for like 20 plus years. And, you know, it's nice. It's nice to know that, you know what, we're still remembered, and we're just going to keep pushing it from here, man. But we thought it's only right to give you a little rundown of who man is and how we've actually managed to even get to where we are today, man. So I'm going to leave it to my co-host, to my brother, to my partner.
why for that?
You know what I mean? My partner in crime, should I say? Sorry, partner in crime. You get me?
Come on.
I'm going to leave it to him to ask me what he wants. We ain't scripted it. Do you understand? I've not told him that he can and can't ask me certain things. So I'm just going to leave it to him to, ask me what you want, my bro.
My
let's
bro,
get it
man,
cracking.
you know what it is? Man usually say, man, start from the beginning and this, that, and the other and whatnot. But my bro, man, you see with you, like, our stories are very, very similar. Do you understand? I want to hear, like, about you, because you're the only child, like you and your sister. You ain't got no brothers, nothing like that. So tell man a bit about your family life and that, man, like that. People that don't know, like, talk a bit about your family life, how your upbringing was and that kind of style and them thing there.
My upbringing was probably very similar to a lot of immigrant children, families that had children here or had, came with young children. I'm born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. And yeah, man, just probably grew up like most people did in that era, you know what I mean?
But immigrant, like, where's your family and that from, back home?
My dad was born in Africa. My mum was born in India. But
What part of Africa?
Kenya, East Africa. Big up everybody in Kenya, East Africa, all my family over there and that. Big up you lot if you lot are watching this. Yeah, man, support. But yeah, 'cause I got family.
Obviously, come on.
But yeah, so my dad moved from Africa to India when his mum passed away. So then I think they was in India. My dad left Africa when he was probably about 6, 7. Maybe might have been a bit older, but he left when he was about 6, 7. Went to India, and then I think he was in India until his like early 30s. I think my dad must have came here when he was about 33, 34. Right. So they came kind of late, like considering to the rest of my family and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, they came to the UK in 83.
Right, okay.
They came to the UK in 83, man.
Come on, man.
With my sister, you get me? Big up JR, little freshie.
Hey, what's the nickname that you got for
Jetty? You get me? Yeah, done Jetty and that. Yeah.
All right, but bro, man, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna reverse this one here, man. Man, wanna ask you, my brother, like, how did you find growing up as a young youth in Northwest? How did you find it?
Growing up in Northwest, we're from originally. We're from Willesden, my family and everyone, and most of my uncles lived in Kilburn, and a couple of my uncles lived in Willesden. So when my family come, we was in Willesden, and then we moved when I was born. when I was born, we moved because if for people that are watching, if you lot know this, if you lot know Northwest London and you lot know about the areas and that, then you know Willesden was a bit rough and ready.
No, it still is.
It still is,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
back
yeah.
then it definitely. So my parents kind of knew that they didn't really want to stay around there, so they moved to Kingsbury. I think probably about 7 months I was born, 6-7 months. Might have even been before that. But then we moved to Kingsbury. So Kingsbury was nice, man. I had my sister in that. You know what I mean?
But you had your other cars, Ramby there.
Yeah, big up all of them lot, man. We had a lot of family around. Don't get me wrong. But
AJ.
Yeah. Big up AJ.
Alja Mama.
You get me? But yeah. So I had a lot of family around there. So Kingsbury was good, man. I had good times in Kingsbury, and growing up there was all right, man. Kingsbury was good. Yeah.
Okay, so how was you in school and that, man? Because I already know how the pattern was in school, but how was you like in your own views?
Do you know what? I never ever took school seriously. Like, I just never took it serious. I can't remember a time where I paid attention or I felt like I could do something at school. I was only ever interested in playing sport. Yeah. That was the only thing that I wanted to do was play sport. Not even just because.
Was you academically smart?
Yeah.
Or you just didn't like to do the schoolwork?
I was smart, you know. My vocabulary's always been good, you know. My grammar's always been half decent.
Yeah.
You know, I knew how to write, I knew how to read, I knew how to do everything that you would need in order for you to progress academically. I just didn't have the attention for it.
Okay.
You know, like I always felt like I wanted to grow up a bit quicker than like when I was a kid, I used to look up to my older cousins. Do you understand what I'm saying? I wasn't really around a lot of kids my age. Don't get me wrong, I had my cousins who I used to see and that, but a lot of the time when I'm with my family or going places, I'm always around and I'm seeing what older people are doing.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, my parents couldn't really help me academically. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there was no help at home, innit? Or if I was slacking with not doing my homework or whatever.
And what's that? Because they came from a different country, the language barriers are different and things like that are different.
Yeah, they couldn't read or write, you know. And people think like, raw, how can your parents not read or write? But bro, hopefully you lot are gonna get some footage of this. Like, if you lot see where my family come from, bro, they didn't have schools and there was school, but nobody went to school because you had to be at home to work in the farm. Like, we're farmers, innit? Like, my family's farmers. Shit. So like my mum, when I speak to my mum, she was like, yo, as soon as I learned how to walk, I was working on the field. Do you understand? I never got to go to school.
What, from young?
From when she learned how to walk, she goes, as soon as I learned how to walk, I was working in the farm, on the field. Do you understand? She was like, I never got a chance to go to school. So my mum can't read or write her own language, let alone English. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, my.
Some people, I don't know, like, I have these conversations with my parents, like, how come you didn't try? Do you know what I mean? Like,
what did they say when you say that?
You lot just know how to talk because you lot know how to do certain things. If you lot were there in our day, you know, just to go to work and that was was an ask and that. So I get it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But as an adult now, like, I can see like other people that was in the same boat as them who did try to make that little bit of effort and whatnot. Do you understand what I'm saying? But yo, big up my mum and dad though, man. Like, they did everything they could, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to sit here and say like, oh, they could have or should have done better, because they did everything they could, you know what I mean?
Come on.
They can only control so much, innit? You know, especially when they don't have the knowledge.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You know?
So with that said, school, what was your main sport?
I used to love playing football, but football wasn't a thing where like I felt, you know, like some kids feel like they can become footballers, innit?
Yeah,
you know, like when you're a youth, you
yeah.
believe that, innit? I never ever believed I could become a footballer. I just used to enjoy playing. Do you understand? But basketball is what I was good at.
Nah, you were sick at basketball.
Yeah,
you
basketball.
Were sick. Nah,
anyone knows, you get me? If you was in my year in school, you know I was the man at basketball.
My brother,
you get me?
were sick at school. Do you know one thing is this? One thing I remember about the basketball thing, I remember London Towers came to Kingsbury High to start training, and you and
I broke his ankles.
Yeah.
If anyone's watching, you lot was in that lesson, you lot know I broke his ankles. He didn't know which way I was going. You get me?
Because back then there was only a couple man that was sick at basketball still.
Yeah, it was me, Joel, and Paul.
Yeah.
Paul went, and then it was just Joel that was left. Did Paul leave? I can't
Blood,
remember.
you know one thing with you, I used to hate playing basketball with you, blood.
Yeah.
You know, like man was okay bouncing the ball around, but you was on this shaking and ball behind you and doing the madman thing, going that way, I'm going that way. I'm like, I don't even want to play basketball no more.
But you know what it is though, yeah. Look, let's look. I want to talk about this podcast in the sense of like I need people to understand certain things because I'm of a certain breed, innit, yeah. Like I'm a Gujarati, but I'm a Mer. Yeah. So like for people that don't know,
explain the Mer. What that is.
We're very rich in culture, in our culture, and we're very proud people. But there's some like backward mentality to us. Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Just not backward. I'd say dated. You know, like it's just a bit dated now. We need to evolve. Do you understand? And it's only through conversation and understanding who man is, because not everybody has been raised how man has been raised.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna say something right now, and a lot of people might think, raw, like, how can you say that, or you know, is that how you feel, or whatever? But it's not. It's the reality of it, and it's something that I realized at a certain point in my life. Because like you said to me, innit? Oh, how was school? Yeah, how was school?
Yeah.
You know, whether it was primary school, secondary school, I never really had much interest in school. I was always interested in stuff outside of school. Do you understand what I'm saying?
What, like the road kind of stuff?
Just the roads, people, you know, like man was influenced by everything outside of school. School had no influence on me.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. And I used to question, innit? Remember, man ain't got no qualifications. Man ain't got an education. Man ain't got a trade. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Did you do your GCSEs, no?
Nah, the school never let me finish. And as a grown man, I'm 37 years old. As a grown man, plus sometimes you can feel a little bit worthless. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like sometimes you can feel a little bit like, bro, like, what is man supposed to do?
So do you wish you went to school?
No, I don't ever regret nothing in my life because my life is who's made me today. This is, hopefully people can relate to this a little bit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, because, like, look, this is what I'm trying to say. My bro, man realize certain things as man go through life. Like, for example, my bro, remember, I come from a certain culture. Yeah? So when I'm there now, remember, my parents are a certain, where they're tuned a certain way. It's me that's broke them down and made them tolerant to certain things and understand certain things.
I get it, man.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Man had to do the same to my brother 100%. Yeah? I get it, man.
So you see, if man wasn't a little bit of a rebel to actually say, nah, man, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
My parents would have wanted me to live my life in a certain way, my bro.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like go 9 to 5, get all of
Do you
that
understand?
kind of,
They would have wanted me to live my life in a certain way. They probably would have dictated to me, age. Oh, you're gonna get married to this girl.
Oh, that deep.
Like, oh, we're going India. You know, you're gonna look at these girls and we're gonna introduce you to this family and all of that. That's how maybe my parents would have wanted me to live my life. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's like, remember, I got married to who I wanted to marry. Who I met off of my own accord. Do you understand? So, for me...
And how did they take that, though?
They were over the moon about that because obviously my wife's married as well. Do you understand? When I went home and I told them, like, yo, I met this girl, she's married and that, they were happy, you get me? Like, more than happy because they never ever thought that I would... Forget a married girl, they never thought I'd marry an Indian girl. Do you understand?
Big up, Crooks, man. Big up, man.
Yeah, man. Do you understand? So, but the point that I want to get to is that I had this realization once where, like, bro, I think I understand why a part of man was a little bit lost in that sense. Man have to realize that, yo, remember, man's a human being with feelings. Do you understand? Man's got emotions. Yeah, like man's had relationships. Do you understand what I'm saying? So man's a very not emotional like in that sense, but man understand feelings and do you understand what I'm saying? Psychology and stuff like that. And I'm not educated or nothing. I can just talk from life experience.
100%, 100%, which is a big thing.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, me sitting there one day and realizing, yo, my mom and dad just got told one day, yo, you're marrying my man, and he's marrying her.
With no man can't even get out.
You can't even say whatever. Do you understand? No. And don't get me wrong, that's their way of life. That's normal to them. That was the norm to them.
So what are you saying? If you
follow
this, go on.
No, not even follow them. I'm trying to tell you, I sit there. This is what I think is a big part of why life was the way it was at home.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah. Like, my parents are very old school. Like, I've never seen my mum and dad hold each other's hand and walk down the road, because they have, like it's like, I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I definitely get my brother 100%.
Like, I've never seen my dad give my mum a little peck on the cheek. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen my dad grab my mum and hold her in a certain way. Do you understand? So it's only when man have relationships and man have feelings that I sit there and I think to myself, no wonder why man was a little bit messed up, because man never had that.
You didn't see that
type
kind of
100%. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you didn't see
and
that
then
little
I also
love,
sit there,
that kind of love like that, to say, yo, baby girl, come here.
Do you understand?
Yeah, little cuddle and a kiss on the sofa.
Yeah, like,
I
never see that, but I see it on TV. I see it in the playground when I see the mums dropping the youths.
How old was you when you were questioning yourself about like that kind of like, bro, how come you don't hold hands and that? So you was a bit older when you...
Because remember, we grown up in a culture not to question adults.
Yeah,
do you understand what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, we don't question adults. As long as there's food on the table and there's clothes on man's back, we don't question you lot. We have no right to question you.
Yeah, you just have to just follow suit, innit?
Yeah. So, for man, it was like, imagine how my mum must have felt, or even my dad must have felt. Being told
now, have you spoke to them about that kind of what you're talking about now? Or is that just like a lonely pain and then you just kept it to yourself and just navigated and just learned what they're dealing with, just thought, you know what, okay, you lot are that, but that's not what I'm about.
I've touched on it with my mum.
Yeah.
Do you get me? God rest my dad's soul. I never really spoke to him about it, but
come on.
I spoke to my mum about it, and my mum will be like, that's how life was. Do you understand?
Oh, and
that's how life was.
Just brushes under the carpet.
We didn't have no, do you get me? Like, yeah, that's what it was. It was normal. Everybody did that. Yeah, you lot just know, because you lot don't know no different. You lot can just talk what you talk.
So what, does your mum not have no regrets of how it was, because that's just the normal way?
Even if she did, I don't think she would express it. My bro, it's been so many years. She's probably forgot how she even probably, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how she felt.
But how do you feel as a man about that? Because that's deep what you're even talking about right there.
I have an understanding of it. Like, I have an understanding of it because I know where they come from and I know what culture they come from. But what I'm saying is that the move from them coming from India to the UK with that culture, it affects man. It not affects, it affected man. Do you understand what I'm saying? But that was out of their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they couldn't. Remember, my mum and dad are illiterate.
Yeah.
They can't read or write English. My bro, I got away, I don't even want to say it, but you know where you're supposed to go as a youth? I got away from my parents knowing for like 3 years that man's not attending.
Nah, man, no.
Like, whose parents don't know that their youth, them ain't attending for 3 years?
And you know what I'm going to say to the people, remember that my brother is got youth them as well, watching what go on in it. So man's trying to actually be, so you have to just read behind the lines of what man's saying, innit? You understand? Like, so obviously it's a deep one, because I know exactly what my brother's saying, you get me? And at the same time, like, it's if your parents don't even know what go on, then that means man don't even need to go certain, you understand? So when man can truant, man can do certain things and what go on and run about and
right, them times there, remember, you could write a note for your teacher and say, sorry, Larry's not going to be in school today because he's not feeling well. And a little signature from your mum. When you go back to school, you hand that to the teacher and you're good to go.
Good to go.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, so man used to get away with that for a long time.
My brother, do you know how mad it is? I remember when me, you, Spud, all of us ended up being on Baker Street, blood. Do you remember that?
Oh, we got shift.
Yeah, bro, the man got shift, blood, man. My mum smoked, man, blood. But that was probably the best time, you know. Do you know why? Do you know why?
Why?
Because after that meeting at the school, yeah, after that meeting, and J.O. was backing me and you all the way, like, my mumsy's a bit more like how your parents are, like old
Yeah, but
school.
your mum's
Do you know
old
what I
school,
mean?
innit? Remember,
Like their ways are different, innit? So she's going with what the teachers them are saying and backing their thing. But Jaya
Jaya's been
saying
to school,
what?
so she knows.
Jaya was like, what? Rare. Oh, hey, listen, Jaya, big up Jaya, you know,
Yeah,
because then I
Jaya
stayed at
fought a
your
lot of
yard.
battles for us at
Yeah,
school.
she fought a lot of battles for us,
come on,
and then we ended up
against
staying
the
at your
teachers.
yard. Every day I had to go to your yard, pattern up. So it was that was the best time. What would you say is one of the beautifulest highlights of your childhood?
Beautifulest highlights of my childhood.
Yeah, that you can actually sit there and remember, like, oh, that was the most, like, one of the beautifulest times, like.
One time we went as a family, because like I said, we never really used to do much or go places or anything. But one time we went to, I can't remember where it was. It was like Margate or somewhere like that. And yeah, it was just, we just went with the whole family. All the youths were there. And yeah, we just had some food and that. I think we did like a barbecue or something like that. That sticks out. I was really little though. Like I was probably about 5 years old, 6 years old. That was like a good memory of, like, you know what I mean? I still got pictures of that day, you get me? So
Come on.
Yeah.
You know, I want to ask you now, my brother. So, when did life get real? Where you actually, like, thought, yo, things are actually getting serious out here. Because, my brother, like, me and you was a brother, we were together growing up with a lot of different kind of things, and then you used to do your own little, like, madness and on your own thing, like. But when did you realize that, yo, shit is real out here? Like, this ain't a joke thing out on the roads. Because before marriage and this, that, the other, you as a youth and all of that, my brother, like, you're a real brother. Like, you're a real brother that.
I have to pinch myself sometimes, bro. Like, you know, like when I sit there and I think, like, yo, that was like a different life. That it feels like it was a different life. It don't even feel like I was living this life, like this same life that I'm living.
Yo,
do you understand?
man,
No, I swear to you, because I think to myself, like, even that, like a lot of the stuff, it used to get to man.
Yeah.
Like, when people talk about PTSD, I don't even like using mental health because I'm not somebody who succumbs to all of that. Man suffer whatever man suffer, and I'm not knocking anyone who does. Do you understand? Or goes through that kind of stuff. But I know what I suffer with and what I don't suffer with.
Yeah.
I don't need no one to tell me.
You know you, innit?
I know me. Do you understand?
Come on.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, like, you know, that someone, I can't sit with a professional and they might even show me more about me. Do you understand? But personally, people that know, man, they know. Even from my life before and to my life after. You see the battles that man's fought after getting married. Yeah. Because marriage isn't easy either. Raising kids isn't easy either. I tell you what is easy. It's easy to say, oh, you know what? I'm done with this. I've had enough. I'm going to go back and walk away.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I've been married 13 years now.
Is it 13 years?
It's 13 years, my bro.
You know what? Do you know where I rate you, blood? Big up, cause when I was locked up, my brother sent me an invitation to the wedding, and I was like, "Raw, boy, you getting married."
That's a cultural thing. Even though we know, and if anyone who's Asian, it might not even just be Indian culture. It might be some kind of Asian culture where, even if we know the person can't make it, we still have to send the invitation.
Blood, I still got that invitation in my bags. Yeah, because I got bare bags from the goodies.
Quite big as well.
Yeah, because it was quite big. It was a big in a big envelope. Yeah. Come on, man.
But yeah, come on,
man. Yeah, come on, my brother. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
But again, don't shy away from this one here.
But yeah,
my
to
bro,
answer your
when
question,
did life get real? Because you know what it is, my brother. As kids, we was already in places man shouldn't really have been already.
100%.
Like, so there must have been a point, like, for example, I knew when things got real to the point where I reached a point where I didn't even care what happened to me. Like, when did it, because that would have happened to you 100% because man was wise as a little youth, man. Like, man knew too much as a youth. So when did you actually clock, like, it's real.
Man can get in trouble.
Yeah, man, this is dangerous out here. Like, 'cause before it used to be all fun and games, go Piccadilly, just Chuckadero or whatever.
that was a bit
Do you
different.
understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
But when did it actually get to, yo, listen, this is like things can actually go left right now from this way forward. Like, what? Like, yeah.
Do you know what? The going left thing, it didn't really occur to me about going left. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you see, like when you do things and you get away with it, you do things, you get away with it, you do things, you get away with it, you start getting this little feeling of it can't happen to me.
Yeah,
Do you get me?
Yeah,
you get that feeling of it can't happen to me. Because when man it hit can, remember man's still quite young.
Yeah.
So man's not really understanding consequences and stuff like that.
Or man just don't care.
Yeah.
Innit? Whatever it is, yeah.
Personally, for me, I think it was a bit of both, but more so being naive and not actually understanding consequences. Do you understand? Because it wasn't really like I didn't care, because I was real scared of going home and getting trouble. So I did care in that sense.
In that sense, yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
But then even with that, with you saying that, there was a period though, and I know that like myself, like you, it got to the point where man don't even care if man get in trouble no more. Like, do you know, like when did it got? That's when life starts getting real, because now you're putting yourself in different environments. Because my brother, man, know you were going to involved in real things and that's what I mean by things that could have went left. Like, and when I'm saying that, I'm talking about.
See, at that point there, like that, in that sense there, knowing what man was doing.
And when I'm saying that, I'm talking about my brother.
Care.
I'm talking about things started getting so peaked that, brother, Jakes are coming around now. Things are actually going on. Things are. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, there's real madness going on now. Like, do you understand? Like, people are getting napped now. There's a lot of mad shit going on. So I know for you,
so
like,
look,
yeah, go on.
This is how you know that man never had no sense in it.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, because and it has to be no sense.
Yeah.
We're driving to Luton.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
leaving London. Man gets stopped by armed Jakes. Man's got the chopper out, everything.
Yeah.
There's about 7, 8, 9, 10 police whips.
Yeah.
They've got burners pointed to us. They've made us come out on the dual carry. You remember that?
Of course I remember that, my brother.
But we was nice. They let us go. Yeah. These times, man, got no license, no nothing.
My brother, do you know what it is?
But I know why they let us go.
Because it wasn't, man.
We never had nothing.
We never had nothing.
We never had nothing.
Yeah, come on, man.
So they let us go. And what did we do? As soon as they let us go, we were back to our bullshit.
Straight back to it, 100%.
Without even thinking, yo, we need to calm down, or we never had no conversation maybe we should consider this, or bro, it's getting hot. We just went straight back to doing what we were doing.
Straight back to it.
Yeah, so that tells you we didn't actually even consider or think for a minute that what we were doing. Because if we did, we wouldn't have just gone back straight to what we were doing.
And you see with that day there, my brother, when the Jakes locked off the whole of the Luton Strip when we got off the motorway and my babe mum's in the back seat, I'm saying to you, my bro, lift up the handbrake, you've got your hands in the air, and the car's just rolling backwards. I'm saying, brother, they're telling man, stop the fuck it. I'm saying to you, brother, stop, lift up the handbrake. You're like, no.
Like
I just put my hand down and lifted up the handbrake, you get me? And it was just like, boom, that was it. But
yo, that's scary, you know. I'm not even gonna lie. I was scared. I was scared that day.
See, do you know how mad it is?
I was scared that day.
I wasn't.
Yeah, see, I was scared, bro.
Yeah, I wasn't, my brother, because do you know what it is?
Big white man with an ARs, 15s, whatever, big machine gun in man's face.
Yeah, brother. Like, it was real. That's what I'm saying. Like, life got real, my brother. Like, even you going to the can and coming out, my brother, you was back to it straight away the same day, touching the road. Like, but besides that, allegedly. But besides that, my brother,
shit got real when you moved to Willesden, my bro. That's when it got real. Because remember, like you said, when we was in Kingsbury and we started school, we used to bunk, we used to go Chuckadero and, you know, take a little penny sweet from here and there and help ourselves to a little Greg's or whatever it was. So it was all just little mischievous fun. But then when you moved from Kingsbury, went to Willesden, ventured into Church Road and, you know, went over
going Bridge and going everywhere, going Kilburn, going Camden, going
Cricklewood, you're like,
all over the place.
Yeah, man. And that's when it got real, because I remember Big up mommy, free mommy. I had my little Typh, yeah, my little 1-2 Typh, and I've come to Church Road now, and I've pulled up, come to check you, and I see this little white kid, bruv. He's probably about 10 years old. He's come up to me, "Hey, black, give me a go on your bike." I've had to look down like that. I've looked at Larry. I said, "Hey, Logs, can you ride?" Larry said, "Give him the bike." Bruv, I gave this little. How old was he?
It was
I'm
about,
not lying.
a bit younger than 10.
How old was he?
He was probably about 9. Yeah, he was young.
But this little white kid jumped on my bike, boom, wheelie in it. Gang. That's when I knew we're in a different
Do you remember what happened to
environment.
me on that bike?
Yeah, you nearly died. This guy nearly died in front of me. Imagine that. He's come out on his bike. I had to cut on my bike one day, so I parked it up for about 2-3 weeks. He's come to me. He's got a big 400. He's like, "Can we go for a bike ride?" I'm like, "Bro, my bike's hot. I'm on a 125. I'm not coming out on that." He goes, "No, you can ride my bike. I'll ride your bike." I said, "All right, cool. I don't mind. If you're gonna give me the big bike, you can ride mine." But we had to go get his bike. So he's got his car. Man's jumped in the car. I'm with his baby mum. He's riding my bike, and I'm behind him. And I said, "Oi, don't blow off from me." You remember?
Yeah,
I said,
of course I
"Don't blow
remember.
off from me. Stay because."
And you just filled up the
bike's
tank
hot.
in the petrol station.
We went Wood Lane petrol station in Kingsbury, filled up. Soon as we come out, boom, my man just pulled the throttle down and gone straight down this hill and coming up the hill. But the way this hill comes up, it's like when you coming up the hill, when you get middle to the hill, you can't see if somebody's oncoming like from that way. So where the car's coming from that way and it wants to turn down this way, Larry's coming up, and it's like as soon as the cars come like that, Larry's gone straight into the thing, and I just seen him ragdoll, the helmet's come off. Bang! Lick the windscreen, yeah? Crack the windscreen of a car in the corner of it as well, so you know how hard that impact is. Boom, my man's licked the windscreen, dropped on the floor. As soon as I've not even opened my car door, Larry's running over to me holding his leg. The bike's disintegrated into bits.
All that smells petrol. I left my trainers as well.
Disintegrated, like, because it was a good 70
70
mile an hour
because
impact.
It was a 1-2
Bam!
with a lossy kit and everything.
Everything, like, and it hit the front left wheel of the car. So the car didn't move. The bike literally just went bam and disintegrated. My man's knees caught on the handlebars, and then he went like that. The helmet came off, bang, licked it, dropped on the floor, ran to the car. He jumped in the car, we drove off. My man's leg went about 3 times the size of what his leg was. I had to carry him. I carried you up, remember?
Yeah, of course
3
I
sets of
remember.
flight.
Of course I remember.
I told him, go hospital. My man never went hospital. He just stayed in bed.
But you know,
I gave you Tiger Balm. I went and got some Tiger Balm. I said, "Hey, rub this."
But you know what, yeah? I even said to you, "My brother, I'm gonna give you the P. I'm gonna give you the P for the bike this year, but fuck that, I'll get another bike, man." But you know what, Melg, man? Like
you
growing
died.
up, I know, man. But growing up, my brother, like this is where a lot of people can't discriminate about nothing. You understand? Because you see, you've been through a different type of madness in your own little lifestyle with that. Do you understand that? Obviously, because the youth them are watching, man can't even go into too much little madness like that. Because obviously, you know,
I don't want them to sit there and think.
Yeah,
like,
it's cool and it's man can do that.
Yeah, because a lot of this stuff that I spoke about today, like my kids watch the podcast. When I'm at home or like when we're on the phone or because we speak about a lot of this type of stuff.
Yeah.
They're not paying attention to me. They're just listening. Oh, daddy's talking grown up talk. You get me?
Yeah,
But you see like this right now.
Yeah.
My kids actually sit down and watch this.
That's
so
what I'm
when
saying,
they watch
man.
this, they're gonna say raw.
That's why
Like-
man's even censoring like certain
Yeah,
things
that's
and
why I'm
just
not
being
going
mindful. Yeah, of course,
100%.
man can't even go in
100%.
too deep, Milk. As much as I want to say, yo,
Yeah.
Milk, remember, I can't, man. But yeah, my brother. How about so tell man, how was what? So, brother, so you moved from London, you moved to Leicester.
Nah, not even. I moved to. Actually, no. Tell a lie. I did, but I bought a shop in Derby. So that's where my transition came. After coming out from the can and that.
Yeah.
You know, I just went back to what man knew and that.
How old was we when we came and drove to Leicester? How old was we?
I think we was.
Because your mum was with us in the car as well.
I can't remember. You know, we were little.
We were little, innit?
Yeah.
Your mum said, "Yo, come me roll," and I was like, "Bro, what, you're driving?" You said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
How did you know the roads though?
Man flew from London to Leicester in a little Fiat Sicento.
Yeah, but how did you know the road though?
It was moving like the in-betweeners.
How did you know? How did you know the road? Because you've always been good with navigating on the roads, man. You've been the guy navigating, driving like, yo, I know the way to Brighton and this, that, and the other, and You understand? Like, what gone?
Man was on the roads before Tom-Toms. You know what I mean? That was navigating.
Come on. Before Tom-Toms. Let me see that thing. People, man, look at this. Blood, the age, blood. Hey, Mel, man, you're a real G, man. So what? So
no,
where's
bruv, why would you do that?
No, but I wanted to see the headpiece.
Why would you do that?
I wanted to see the headpiece, my brother.
Why would you take off my
Come on, man.
like
I wanted to see the headpiece. But on the real, though.
Why in the middle? Take his hat?
Bro,
I just wanted to, brother, I just wanted to see his head, my bro. You know the one there? I whiz. Look at that. Huh? Come on, my bro. You get
bro.
me? So, yeah, leave it off, man. You understand? You look better with the hat off, man. So what? How many youth them have you got there, my brother? How many youth them have you got?
I got about 20. Nah, joke. I got 3.
You got 20 youth them?
Nah, I got 3, man. 2 girls and a boy, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So, my brother, like, now I'm going to get into something a bit different now. I'm going to switch it up a little bit, my brother, yeah? Like, what... I want you to just touch a little bit about, because you're a family man, yeah? And you've always been a family man, very family orientated, yeah?
100%.
And I want to touch on a subject quickly with you, and that's about your dad.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, man.
You know, and then
Rest
one
in
day,
peace, Pops, man.
my brother, like, because you don't really talk about certain things like that. Like, it's like you've just like moved on with it, but obviously you still maybe talk to your sister about things and this, that, and the other. Like, how is life, like, for you, man? Like, how is life, my brother? Like, because you know what it is? You was one way. I've seen a difference in you as a person. Like, my brother, like, before your dad passed away, me and you was looking at your pops at the hospital. I don't care about, there was probably about 30 people there, but it was me and you that was on the floor on our knees praying on that side, you're praying on that side. Since
Outside the window.
Outside the window, yeah. When your dad looked at us from outside the window, yeah. My brother, I've seen a change in you from then. Like, and that's me saying it to you. I've never said this to you. I'm saying it to you right now. I've seen a very big change in you, my bro. Like, so I don't know what is going on behind closed doors. If, like, what kind of support you like I don't know. I'm just trying to see, like, how is, because, my bro, I'll be honest with you. Like, that broke me. Do you understand? Like, it broke me. And do you understand? Like, for a very long time, yeah? And that's me, my brother. So, I can't remember if I saw a tear come out your eye, but obviously that would have been in your own time. Do you understand? Like, how has life been for you since that, my bro? Because you know what it is? Since that time, my brother, up until now, you never used to get angry before. Like, you never even used to raise your voice before. You've always been really humble. You've been like, since it's like, I've seen a very big change in you, and that's just, and I've never said this to you. I'm saying it to you right now. So I don't live with you, so I don't know what you go like mentally. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like,
You know what it is, yeah? I think because I'm of age, innit? I've dealt with it the way I've dealt with it. You know, because I've got children. You know, like you said, I've been quite very family orientated and that. And like before my dad passed, you know, everything was okay. And I don't really want to go into that side of it, but like once my dad passed, a lot of bad things started happening. A lot of bad things started happening, like just around me and my family. You get me? But I'm not really gonna go into that because that's not really the thing that I really want to talk about. But to answer your question about how man felt disappointed, bro. Do you get me?
What do you mean disappointed?
That's why, like, man felt disappointed, innit? Because I'm a person that's a go-to person in my family, innit?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, I'm a person and people know. You lot know. You lot know. You phone my phone at any time of day, night, no matter the situation. Because I'm the clown that would risk my freedom for people. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm the clown that's ready to go to different countries when it's time to do whatever it's time to do because people are messing with man's family name and all of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because I wear my heart on my sleeve. And that's one thing why I felt disappointed, my bro. Because you see like when anyone's passed away in man's family, my bro, my mum's there every day, you know. Because we mourn people for 11 days when someone passes.
Yeah.
And you see when anyone's passed away in man's family, my bro, my mum's there cooking, cleaning, making sure everybody's getting fed. Do you see what I'm saying? There was no one at my house. Yeah, COVID happened, yeah. There was a few of my cousins that came and big them up for coming through when they did, yeah. And that's the younger lot, like my age, a little bit younger than me. So big up you lot. It is what it is, whatever it is, but big up you lot because they came through. But as of people, older people and things like that, my bro, there was no one there. Do you understand? Like, you see, like when...
but what do you mean, like there was no
like,
one there?
for example, like, see, like when my dad got cremated, yeah?
Yeah.
My mum's not allowed to come, innit? Do you understand? Like, my mum's not allowed to come in it, yeah? And you're supposed to have a lady at home. So once my dad gets cremated, yeah, my mum would get a phone call to say, look, he's been cremated, innit?
Yeah.
And then my mum has to have a wash, innit? But she has to be washed by someone. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Or someone has to be there when she goes for a wash. Do you understand? I can't remember the ins and outs, yeah, but there was no one there, bro.
Well,
There
for
was
your
no
mum?
one there. Yeah, there was no one there for my mum, from my family. Not one person. And we asked people. I asked people, AJ asked people, and because it was COVID at the time, they had their reasons, innit, to say, look, it's COVID or whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? But this is where I'm saying, you see me, I'm just different, innit? COVID, no COVID. If it was the other way around for anyone else, I would have been there, innit? Do you understand? And people know that about me, you know? So, yeah, man, it was disappointing to know that, you know, man never had certain people there. Like, for example, no one stayed at my house, bro. You see, when someone passes away, bro, people stay with that family. Loads of people.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? People are at the house until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Do you understand? Food is happening throughout the whole time. So if you come at 10 o'clock at night, you come at 1 o'clock at night, you can't come there and not eat.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? My bro, I never had that. And don't get me wrong, for me, it was easier. It was easier for me because I never had to deal with so many people coming and saying the same thing, sorry for your loss and sorry for this and sorry for that. So for me, it was a bit easier like that. But the part that hurt me about it is that my mum, innit?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like my mum, innit? My mum, she was on her own. There was no older people there. Don't get me wrong, I think like afterwards people came to sit in that. But you know, like when we were going through the actual grieving, like when it happened,
Yeah.
there was only a few of my younger cousins about. There was no one else about, bro. So you see, when after experiencing that, yeah, it just took it out of me to care about that. Oh, you didn't come. You never said this. You never did that. You know, like it just made me feel like, you know what? I'm not even gonna argue the point, or I'm not even gonna bring it up. Do you understand what I'm saying? I just moved on from it. You get me? Because if I keep dwelling on that,
and just put that in the back of your mind.
yeah, because if I keep dwelling on it,
Yeah.
and think about, yo, he never did this or she never did this, my bro, it's just gonna make me more angry, innit? Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's why even that time there, man, respect that blood. It was COVID, and you could only have, I think it was like 10 or 15 people at the funeral, blood, and I was there.
You come on.
You know, Man
You were
was
there every
working.
day.
But I was there every day for them 11. Was it 11 days?
My man was there for me more with me than anybody else was there in my family.
Blood, I was all going work in Coventry, blood finishing in the police station with the young kids, trying to support the young youths getting out there, straight to your yard. You know, like, blood, it was a lot, blood, because your pops was my brother, your pops.
But you know what
was
it
like
is
my
though.
pops, fam.
I don't even hold it against nobody, bro.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't hold it against no one.
Yeah.
I can only hold it against someone if, like, I know that they understand what man's going through, and you still decided to say, you know what, you just do what you're doing, innit?
Yeah.
Do you understand? But
Yeah.
majority of the time, majority of the people, they don't know what man's feeling, so I can't expect you to understand.
That's why
Do you
you
understand?
probably even relate to my man's story of what he's put up, saying, "Raw, how's my nan and my mum and you lot saying maybe,
Maybe,
like,
yeah.
So
Why is
you
there even a
probably
maybe?
you relate to that a lot more than anyone else.
100%. Even just how he stays busy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Remember, like, even when my dad passed, I was going through a real different, I was going through different struggles in my life. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that just came and slide tackled man out of nowhere,
Yeah, because everything was good. And so it was like, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it was that moment from then when we went and my brother, this is why man ain't got a lot. Yeah, but that day when your pops got cremated, you see, seeing the only thing that I could do for my brother and your family is get them white doves for you, because I thought that would be the most beautifulest thing that I can't. I don't know anything else more that I can do. You know, that's so for your, like, my brother, that touched me. Like,
no, it was nice.
do you understand?
Yeah.
Like, it was.
Yeah, even for my kids and that.
Do you know what I mean, my brother? Like,
Yeah.
and this is the point I'm trying to make is, it's like, from seeing that release of you releasing those doves, there's been a big change.
Do you know what that dove, just to let you know quickly, you know when we
So-
release them doves, yeah?
Yeah.
So you know when we go to that creme
Yeah.
and we sit sometimes,
Yeah.
You know, I look in that same position where those, that, you know, that because it's hard, like, you know, like when you got a gravestone, yeah, you can kind of go and visit the gravestone, innit?
Yeah.
But because we don't bury people and, you know, we cremate them, we
Yeah.
don't have some sort of, like, you know, like a physical thing to sit there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you see that the doves flying off that day in the direction of the sun. I can, like, when I sit there where we sit,
Yeah.
like, I just see that in it. That's my tombstone.
I've got goosebumps
Like,
all
do
over
you understand
my
what I'm
whole
saying?
body. Yeah.
So I have to go there to get that feeling. I have to go there and
Come
sit
on,
there
man.
and
Come
do you
on, my
understand?
brother, man, because it was, yeah.
But listen, man, I don't even want to keep carrying on
Nah,
talking
we're not
about
gonna carry
that,
on.
yeah?
We're gonna move on with that one there, my brother.
Man's
So
gonna-
now,
yeah.
how, like, so, yeah, man, 'cause that's my brother, man. You know, brother.
Yeah, no, come on, man.
Yeah,
But
just
listen, I'm gonna keep it moving, guys, because we want to try and keep this to a certain amount of time, and we're gonna keep it moving. This was just a little episode about me and, you know, how man's become the person man is and where we are today. Never really touched on too much about how we've got here today. I suppose that will come out in another conversation when we've got the right guest. But yeah, man, thank you guys for tuning in. And I'll speak a little bit more about myself, and so will man like Larry, you get me? But yeah, man, I think for now, we're just going to leave it there. And yeah, man, keep tuning in and keep watching us, man, and you lot will get to know a bit more about us. There's a lot of layers to us, and this is just the beginning, man. But yeah, Larry, anything else you wanna touch on, or you wanna, you know?
my brother, you know, one thing is, you're a strong brother, my bro, and you got a beautiful, like, you see, like, your sister, Jay, Dylan, Shiv, Kyle, even Adramoma, and yeah, you got a nice support network, like.
Yeah, my friend.
So-
Big up, Adru Mama for real. Yeah,
So,
that's
my
my
brother,
guy,
man.
You know, he's helped me out a lot in life, man. You know, he's a very important part of my life. You know, and I'm hoping we'll have him on one day, man. You know what I mean? Because that's where I get a lot of my knowledge from. But yeah, man, you know, I think that's where we're gonna leave it, man, and you know, make sure you lot tune in for the next one.
Yeah, just leave it there, innit?
Yeah, you done with it?
It's not even that I'm done with it. It's just that we'll do another one.
Next
innit?
one,
Yeah,
man.
my brother, man.
Alright,
yeah,
come.
yeah, yeah.
You guys, thank you.
Come on.
Boom.